A multi-million-dollar grant program designed to assess, clean up, and help redevelop former industrial properties has been awarded to West Virginia by the U.S. EPA. $2 million of the more than $3.8 million is going to the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection for its Brownfield assessment program. EPA Region 3 Administrator Adam Ortiz made the announcement earlier this week in Fairmont.
A lot of brownfield sites and Superfund sites have so many liabilities that a lot of developers and municipalities are like, well, we don't really know what's in the ground, or we can't quite afford to clean up all this stuff, in addition to bringing a new business or a new development here. But that's our job, is to take that risk away from all of you. Our job is to help do that cleanup.
The DEP's Office of Environmental Remediation provides resources to assess and clean up brownfield properties and return them to productive use. The office has targeted 3 regions of the state, the southern coalfields, the Ohio River Valley, and the Potomac Highlands for site assessments from this year's $2 million grant.
EPA Brownfields assessment grants are truly just catalyst funding for economic development projects and community enhancement projects all throughout our state. And sometimes all it is that little bit of funding to determine that that site that everyone thought had contamination and rumors had gone on for years throughout the community, in fact, is no threat whatsoever to the community. Or maybe there is some contamination, but it's manageable and we can build a plan together to address it and redevelop the property. So it removes those barriers, and it's so big. It really has started so many projects throughout our state.
The $2 million represents a major funding surge for site assessments provided through the bipartisan infrastructure law. Since 2009, the West Virginia DEP has been awarded and has spent around $1.4 million on site assessments.
And that funding is often going to small communities who can't administer their own grants, or even larger communities where they get that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a project and they need the funding now or else it'll fall through. And so we're able to swoop in and give them that assessment money that they have thanks to EPA Brownfields funding.
West Virginia historically has given so much to our country. There's no question about it. From generating energy, manufacturing, powering our country for decades and decades and decades. And now the economy has changed, and there's so many sites that have been abandoned and have toxic waste on them that need to come back online. And what we find in every single corner of West Virginia are people who are rolling up their sleeves, people who are here to work, people who are here to revitalize and be completely invested in their communities. And our role is to help.
We like to say that we turn community liabilities into community assets. $2 million is a huge opportunity for our state, so we can only imagine the properties that we're going to be able to assess, the impact that we're going to be able to make in our state, the economic development opportunities, the community enhancement projects that we'll be able to fund, or at least start to fund. It's such an exciting day for our state.
The EPA also awarded brownfield grants to the Fayette County Commission, the Lewis County Commission, the Morgantown Utility Board, and the Paden City Development Authority. The West Virginia Brownfields Assistance Centers, located at Marshall and WVU, have announced it's holding a webinar series beginning May 26th on how to apply for an EPA Brownfields grant. Details and registration information are available on their website, wvbrownfields.org. You can also find out more about the DEP's Office of Environmental Remediation and the West Virginia Voluntary Remediation Program by visiting our website, dep.wv.gov. For Environment Matters, I'm Mike Huff. Thanks for watching.